If you live in Ontario, Quebec, Atlantic Canada, or parts of the north, tonight's forecast demands your attention. A wide swath of alerts is now active across multiple provinces, from special weather statements in Ontario, to snow squall watches in Quebec, to significant snowfall and extreme cold warnings elsewhere in the country. Let's begin in Ontario, where special weather statements stretch across a large portion of southern and central regions. Communities including Barrie, Collingwood, Brantford, the Bruce Peninsula, Burlington, Oakville, Hamilton, Goderich, Guelph, Milton, Hanover, Innisfil, Kitchener, Cambridge, Listowel, Mount Forest, Orangeville, Owen Sound, Saugeen Shores, Shelburne, Stratford, Wingham, and surrounding areas are all under advisories tonight. The concern here is developing snow combined with gusty winds and rapidly changing travel conditions. A low-pressure system moving through the Great Lakes is bringing periods of snow. While this is not a blockbuster winter storm, localized heavier bursts are expected, particularly in areas prone to lake enhancement. Near Georgian Bay and Lake Huron, snowfall rates could intensify overnight. Visibility may drop quickly in heavier bands, and untreated roads could become slick. Wind gusts between 40 and 60 km per hour may cause drifting snow in exposed areas. The biggest impact window appears to be overnight into early morning, which could affect commuters. Now shifting east into Quebec. Snow squall watches are posted for parts of central and northern Quebec, including areas such as Alma, Desbiens, Chibougamau, the Ashuapmushuan Wildlife Reserve, Normandin, Parabanca, and St. Felicien, Roberval. Snow squalls are dangerous because they can produce sudden whiteout conditions with very little warning. Drivers may go from clear skies to near zero visibility within minutes. Heavy bursts of snow combined with gusty winds may create hazardous highway conditions. Travelers in these regions should be prepared for rapidly changing weather and consider adjusting plans if squalls intensify. Moving further east into Atlantic Canada, we are monitoring additional concerns. Western Newfoundland is under snowfall warnings in some regions, with significant accumulations possible. Snowfall totals in higher terrain could exceed 20 to 30 centimeters. Gusty winds along coastal areas may create blowing snow and reduced visibility. Marine conditions will also be rough, with strong onshore winds and elevated wave action. In Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, cloud cover is increasing with scattered snow or mixed precipitation possible in some areas. While not as intense as Newfoundland's system, travel conditions could still be impacted in localized zones. Prince Edward Island may see lighter snowfall, but wind chills will make conditions feel colder. Now turning west. In British Columbia, unsettled weather continues along the coast. Coastal regions including Prince Rupert and Bella Bella are experiencing steady rain, while higher elevations and interior mountain passes are seeing snowfall. Travel through mountain highways may be affected by accumulating snow and reduced visibility. Further inland in southern British Columbia, colder air filtering in behind a trough may bring additional snow showers to higher terrain. In Alberta and Saskatchewan, conditions are relatively calmer, but temperature contrasts are notable. Southern Alberta remains comparatively mild, with temperatures near or slightly above seasonal averages. However, northern sections are much colder. In Manitoba, variable cloud cover and flurries are possible, particularly north of Winnipeg. Winds may pick up behind the passing system, increasing the wind chill factor. Now to the north, where conditions are the most extreme. Parts of the Northwest Territories and Nunavut remain under extreme cold warnings. Daytime highs near -30 degrees Celsius, with wind chills plunging into the -45 to -55 range, are possible in some communities. In the most exposed areas, wind chills may approach -60. These temperatures pose serious frostbite risks in minutes. Residents are advised to limit outdoor exposure, dress in layers, and ensure vehicles are winter-ready. Weak weather systems are also pushing through parts of the Yukon and Baffin Island, bringing snow and increasing cloud cover. While snowfall amounts may not be extreme, blowing snow combined with severe cold can create hazardous travel conditions. So what's driving this nationwide pattern? A broad trough across central Canada is interacting with lingering Arctic air to the north, while milder Pacific air pushes into British Columbia. The clash between these air masses is creating instability across multiple regions. Lake enhancement is the key factor in Ontario and Quebec. Coastal moisture and elevation are driving impacts in Newfoundland and British Columbia. and entrenched Arctic air remains dominant in the north. The overall theme tonight: highly regional impacts. Not everyone will see significant snowfall, but where heavier bands set up, conditions could deteriorate quickly. Here are the key takeaways. Ontario, special weather statements for snow, gusty winds, and slippery travel overnight into early morning. Quebec, snow squall watches in central and northern regions with potential for sudden whiteouts. Newfoundland, significant snowfall and gusty winds in western areas. British Columbia, coastal rain, mountain snow, unsettled conditions. Northern Canada, extreme cold warnings with dangerous wind chills. If you are traveling across provincial boundaries, conditions may change dramatically within a short distance. Before heading out, check local forecasts and warnings from Environment Canada. Allow extra travel time. Keep emergency supplies in your vehicle. Dress appropriately for cold exposure. Use caution on untreated roads and bridges. Monitor updates overnight, as advisories can be upgraded if conditions intensify. Looking ahead, this system gradually weakens as it tracks eastward. However, colder air remains entrenched in northern regions, and additional weak disturbances could pass through parts of central and eastern Canada later in the week.